That is correct.
Jeffrey Hewitt in the house, as well as Meg Annison, and we were talking a lot. No.
Surprise!
I'm gonna do the Coach Kiffin thing. 2 fingers on the pulse here.
We've been planning this for like a month. We're like,
is Jeff anywhere around here? He's not there.
I'm the voice. Today I'm the invisible voice.
You're the invisible voice.
Yeah.
Well, I should be prepared for this one way or the other. But morning, guys. How are you?
Good morning.
Thank you.
Well,
the excitement out there is palpable. I mean, $630 million. So, how does this, Meg? First of all, how does this affect as far as the number of people playing?
Well, it definitely generates more excitement. As we mentioned in the past, you've got your regular Mega Millions and Powerball players, but then when Jackpots start inching up, it brings all sorts of different players out of the woodwork. Yeah. So there's been extra traffic at retailers. We've gotten more questions on social media. It's just causing a excitement across the board.
I'll tell you, Jeff, where we would be before you got here several years ago. At this point, before lottery, we would have people calling the program, or if we had social media at that time, they would be on there griping, why do we have to drive across the bridge?
I'm sure.
And long lines and outside of Vicksburg, et cetera, et cetera. So no more of that.
Yeah, we're happy to report we're picking up a lot of Alabama folks as well. So,
really?
They're coming in to visit us.
They don't have the lottery there?
They do not. They are one of the few states left that do not have a lottery.
See, Arkansas has it. Louisiana has it. Mm-hmm. Tennessee has it.
Tennessee has it, yep. Just Alabama.
Alabama does not have it.
They do not have it. They're like Mississippi. They'll probably get it eventually. It's going to take them a while.
Well, we're not last, so that's good news.
No, we're not.
All right, guys. Let's talk about some of the new things happening, because we are going to supersize the Cash 3 and Cash 4. Meg, when does that happen?
That starts July 31st. Cash 3 and Cash 4 go to twice daily drawings, one at 2:30 p.m. and one at 9:30 p.m. And we're also introducing an add-on feature called Fireball. And I just went to training the other day on this, so I'll ask my sidekick here to pop in. But
I'll leave it on her own. She's on her own. We're going to see what happens.
While we do that, Meg, grab that microphone and pull it closer to you a little bit. I mean, you just
like that.
No, just bring it up. Just manhandle it and bring it up a little bit. There we go. And I think it's a little bit better.
Here,
all right, now tell me about this. Is it Fireball, you said?
Yes, it's an add-on feature. It doubles the price of your ticket. And basically, when the numbers are drawn that evening, a drawing also occurs for the Fireball. And so this Fireball number can swap out one of the drawn numbers to create more winning combinations that you might have gotten with your own numbers.
Good Lord, no wonder you had to go to training.
Yep. But it's, of course, all on our website. So
it is. Yeah, the videos, Meg did the how to play videos, so you can go there for Cash 3, Cash 4 with Fireball, and she explains the whole process.
Yeah, that was a fun one to record, too.
It's like being back in school, wasn't it? In math class. So the $2 ticket with Fireball would be $4?
Right. I mean, there's a 50-cent play and a $1 play. And
really?
So for Cash 3 and Cash 4.
Yeah.
Now, if you do multi-draw, it can bump the ticket price up. But if you spend 50 cents on a play and get the Fireball feature, it would be $1.
And if you get the Fireball feature, once again, you can, out of 3 numbers or 4 numbers, you can supplant one number?
That's
correct.
Essentially the gist of it, yes.
Yep.
How do your computers do this? How do your computers computate that fast with literally thousands coming in?
I don't.
The wizardry of the microchip.
That is amazing. Is this done in other states too? I mean, this is nothing new.
No, it's nothing new. We're probably about the 6th or 7th state that's adding it. It's a very popular add-on feature for the cash games.
So in a way, Fireball is kind of a multiplier on Cash 3 and Cash 3 and 4.
In a sense, yeah. It certainly it gives you better odds of winning, and it certainly multiplies it increases your winnings as well. So you can win on your regular numbers. You can win with the Fireball number. I mean, it's the prize chart, Paul, is crazy. You really have to go to the website to see it.
When the Mega Million is drawn and the Powerball is drawn, where is that physically? Where is the headquarters where that either one of those are drawn?
Those take. Now you're going to hit me with a question I don't know the answer to. I know Powerball is drawn out of Florida, live, and I'm not sure where the studio is for Mega Millions, but it's in a different place.
But when you guys do it, do you do it at that office there or at your main office?
For our drawings, our drawings are done through random number generators, and yes, they are done through our offices, and they are backed up out of Texas and Rhode Island as well.
I got you. So it's not like grabbing the bingo balls and doing that.
No. That's an expensive process. It's kind of a legacy process that Powerball and Mega Millions does.
Yeah.
But people like seeing those draw machines. But the security involved in that and the cost is pretty enormous. So for states, pretty much all the states have gone to random number and don't use the ball machines.
For folks who don't want to go and do this every single day, but they would maybe like to make it easier, you can get you can do this over 5 or 6 games, or how many games in the future, and just check your tickets on a daily basis. Can you not?
It depends on the game.
Yeah, it depends on the game. So,
I mean, will you be able to do that for Cash 3 and 4?
Cash 3 and 4, you can go 7 days.
Okay.
In advance.
Yeah.
You're looking at Powerball and Mega Millions and our other games. It's 24 draws in advance. So however many weeks that works out, depending if it's 3 days a week, 2 days a week, yada yada, that kind of thing.
And we always caution people: do not throw those tickets away. Check them out because we had some winners this morning. I did notice, Meg, that we had less winners coming into the office in the last few days.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any rhyme or reason. Maybe people are out of town for summer or it's hot. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sometimes when it's storming outside, we get a ton of winners. So
it's
I don't
just
really
waves.
know how.
It's just waves, and you can't
just
predict
different
it.
waves.
Yeah.
Probably replicates itself across the country, or maybe across the South, and maybe people just don't get out as much because it's hot as it can possibly be.
And gas prices, Paul. Okay. They're probably kind of saving up, making one trip.
Well, if you get $600 and you won the ticket and you're in Florida, you got to come back. That'll cost you.
Well,
you can mail it in.
Yeah, you can mail it in. You can mail everything up to $999,000 or $99,000. I'm sorry. Anything under $100,000, you can mail in.
I didn't know that. So if you're from out of state or something, you can do this on the phone and they'll mail it in.
You can mail it in.
All right.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you. Let's talk about the scratch-off games. Anything new there?
Well, our August games are going to be really cool. Can you see it?
Yes, I can see it.
What is
that called?
It's Cruising the Coast. So it's going to be really timely with Cruising the Coast on the coast.
Yeah, we kind of did that. We coincided that with the Cruising the Coast folks. Let us use that name because it's a trademark. And,
wait a minute. I don't see it on the website, so you don't have it on the website.
It's not on there yet. This is a sneak peek. No, we'll start teasing it out officially next week.
Oh, that's right, the week before.
Yeah.
Meg, tell me a little bit about it, the winnings, and what is it?
Well, you can win up to $10,000, and there are basically 4 different panels. So if you're a car enthusiast, it's the same game, just 4 different cars featured on
$2, $4, $6, or what is it?
It's a $2 game. And it's basically just a key number match. So you scratch your winning numbers, you scratch the winning numbers, and then you scratch your numbers and see if you match.
I got you.
And you went up to $10,000 on that $2 ticket, Paul.
Jeff, I think you told us last time, so these scratch-offs, I'm going through these, and some have been there for a long time. You going to be clearing some of those soon?
They are. We're going to be putting out a press release. Are we doing that the 1st of August?
August 1st. Yeah, we'll make that announcement.
August 1st.
18 games that we're going to be ending, and some of those have been out there a long time.
All right, we'll continue this conversation with Meg and the unforeseen Jeff this time in just a moment. And like magic, Jeff appears. Hey, we're doing this magician show this morning. I love this one, Jeff. John in Corinth said, serious, who's going to mail in a $99,000 lottery ticket?
Yeah, I'd be driving too. That's exactly right.
Oh man, yeah. Put it in the post office and just I would do it first class if you're going to do that.
We had some large winnings mailed in over the pandemic, but nothing that big. I think maybe 20 or 30,000
Yeah.
is the biggest.
Really? That much?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. I would put it certified
Awfully
meal.
trusting. Yep.
Yes, absolutely. All right, let's talk about. When we broke here, we were talking about some of those games coming off. So you want to touch base on that?
Yeah, so we'll have a full list. Meg will put out a press release. Most of those games are second chance games. There's one game that's over 2 years old, so it's not in the second chance group. And there will be 17 others that are second chance games. So, people want to make sure they enter those second chance, their non-winning tickets in the second chance. What we try to do this year, because you have to give 90 days once you end a game, so that people can claim their winnings before we close the game. So that will be right before Christmas. So what we're going to do with those 17 games is we're going to be able to give out all that prize money like a week and a half before Christmas. So we think it's really going to be really exciting. We got a lot going on this fall, too. With New Year's Rockin' Eve, which Meg can talk about. We're going to do
I want to talk about that one and get to that. So if you have some of those tickets and you haven't redeemed them yet, one way or the other, you just need to get on the ball.
If they're non-winnings, you don't enter a winning ticket into second chance. So if you have a ticket of those 17 games that didn't win, enter them in that second chance, and you'll be in.
I got you.
For that
I got you. All of the other extracurricular activity, which is a kind of a neat side note, that even if you never play it, you can be a part of this. So
it's fun. We want to make it fun. Absolutely. So, Meg, you want to talk about Summer of Fun? Why don't you talk about that one?
Let's stay focused on that, because our next drawing for Summer of Fun is Monday, July 25th, and this to me is an exciting round because the top prize is $15,000. Then you have $10,000, then $5,000, and then some other smaller prizes like a cooler and $100 and $50 gift cards. But I think that's really neat that with Summer of Fun, there's no purchase. Remember, all you have to do is sign up to be a lottery insider, and then you'll get the link to enter the contest. But $15,000, $10,000, and $5,000 for just the chance.
And the other part of that is you don't have to do anything on a daily basis. You don't have to go back and register every single day or anything else.
No, it's one entry per email address. So that's
and
contest.
then you're in the system and you are qualified to win. And if somebody calls you and says you've won this, and all you got to do is send me $200 and we will make sure they will send. Then that's not how it happens.
That is not how it happens.
I think you send them certified mail.
That's right. We send certified letters, and it has clear instructions. It has my phone number typically to answer any questions. And, we've had just a great response. We loaded up a big cooler for a winner Tuesday this week, one of those RecTech 700.
Grills,
It's about as big as I am.
Somebody's asking me the website, and once again, MS Lottery Home, that's one word, MSLotteryHome.com. Everything is on there.
Yeah, click on promotions. It'll take you right to the promotions, tell you what you need to do.
So we're after the fiscal year. We're in the month of July. It's a little early to get a reading on us because we're only the 21st, but what do you think?
Well, this is going to be a challenging year for us, Paul. We just finished up 22. Those numbers are not audited yet, but we did $121.5 million in return to the state. So that puts you at $41.5 million roughly to the Education Enhancement Fund. So we're very excited about fiscal 22.
Over the $80 million to roads
over the $80
and bridges.
million, went to the education. So
education got over $40 million, about
$41.5 million to education.
Wow. About that.
Very excited about that. That's really we really get excited when we hit that 80.
Inflation it affects everything, and if we have some down numbers in the next fiscal year, it could be expected, but who knows? Yeah,
well, I think you're right. I mean, we've seen the buying patterns of people change. Clearly, the priorities have changed. When you've got to spend $4.50 for gas, it makes a difference. But July's going well, and of course, with the Mega Millions jackpot, sales are doing really well. So we're hopeful. And summer's always kind of down for all lotteries. It's traditional, and we'll see how it goes.
Again, starting July 31st, which will be on a what? What is
That's a Sunday. That's first drawing's on a Sunday.
So on that Sunday, you'll have a chance to play Cash 3 and Cash 4 twice. Not Mississippi Match 5 is not going to be a part of that.
It is not. It's going to stay the same. Nothing changes. The 2 instant games Meg was talking about come out Tuesday, August 2nd. So a lot going on this upcoming next 10 days or so.
Mississippi Match 5 is getting up there. Pretty good.
269. Yeah, that's
269.
Not a bad amount. It's always fun to see that. That's a great game.
Somebody asked me, and I said, well, it's a good time for me to ask you about this. It's $630 million for Mega Millions right now.
Yes.
That's an approximate number because it vacillates simply because there will be millions of dollars won, will it not, as far as in smaller increments?
Yeah.
So it comes from that 630.
No, the 630 is just the jackpot. But to your point, 630 million, we always say estimated on the cash value and the prize amount because those are always projected. So the next drawing, let's say it doesn't get hit, we have to guess what sales might be to push that next jackpot amount up.
Right.
So we're kind of guessing.
But you're saying, let's just say it's 630, and nobody won it, but there were some smaller winners throughout the entire
that doesn't come out of the jackpot. That's
I didn't know that.
Pool.
It doesn't come out to 630.
No. That's all.
Wow.
The jackpot's a standalone number within the product.
How about that? That answered my question then. Is that the same for all of them?
Pays, right? Each state pays their smaller winnings.
Each state pays their smaller winnings. That doesn't come from the jackpot money.
I got you. I said that answered a question that a lot of people were talking about. Anything else we need to know?
No, I think we're happy with the way things are going. Our players are great. The jackpot's exciting. You always say it, Paul, and we appreciate it. Play responsibly. Your chances don't change.
Absolutely.
You want to buy 10 tickets, 100 tickets, your odds are the same. Just play responsibly.
The only thing I'll say is to push it is if you're going to spend the $2, spend an extra $1 and get the multiplier.
Oh, Paul, and Meg gives people a hard time. They come in.
I did it again this week.
Yeah, they could. They come in, they win 50, and they say, if you would have spent an extra $1, that would have been 100,000. And she really lets them have it. So
instead of buying 2 tickets, if you're going to buy 2 tickets, just buy 1 and put the multiplier.
Power play, mega player, that extra $1 can make all the difference.
Explain this. What is it when you sent in here the mega player was 2 and sometimes 3?
Right.
Explain that.
Well, that's on the chart as well. So if you just hit let's say the Powerball number, that's normally I think a $2 win, maybe a $3 win. It would double if you hit the 2, and then it's triple if the 3 is drawn. So again, going back to the prize chart. You can see what that multiplier will do with that for that extra $1. You're going to get it back.
I got you. In other words, it's set on the particular game. If it's a 3, you're going to get triple your money back and twice as double.
Pretty much.
But it still costs you exactly. But yes. It still costs you an extra $1.
It still costs an extra $1.
I got you. So there you go. You can when we give that number in the morning, then you can kind of adjust your vacation, how far you can go.
Yes, indeed.
When you win. Meg, your final thoughts here, ma'am.
Oh, goodness. I don't really have any final thoughts. This has been delightful, as always.
That's it? That's all you've got here?
I've got. I need some more coffee, but yeah, today was great. Big jackpot. Big jackpot tomorrow.
Thank you so very much. Jeff, anything else that you want to put in here before we go?
No, just again, big excitement over that jackpot. Play responsibly. And we look forward to getting a Mississippi winner. We'd love to pay out that jackpot.
Now, when I win that, I got to come over to your office.
You're
going to
have to come see us, Paul. Yeah, you'll have to come.
And
see
I will take your picture and put it all over social media and our website.
Yeah, we'll be merciless with you.
If you see the Brinks truck pull up, you'll know that I'm there. Somebody's going to win this thing, and it's amazing the life that they change. The other part of this, and I understand the gambling part and everything else, so I hope people who do this do it responsibly, and I've tackled that question decades before lottery was even legal in the state. But how it changes a life, and also when you give us those numbers, both of you, at the end of the week, how much money was paid out by the lottery office and the retailers, think about that money goes back into the stores for in the economy.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's a good point to think about.
Yep.
Guys, always a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul.
Thanks.
And we look forward to the new games kicking in there, too.
Very good.
Jeff
Thanks so much.
Hewitt and also Meg Annison from the Mississippi Lottery Corporation. And we have